It's like a little wiggly little friend. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to talk about trash. It is an empties video, so I'm going to be going through a bunch of different products that I have completely used up and giving you a review on them. I'm just filming in my living room today, comfy chair, got a blanket on, some tea, so it's going to be a pretty chill video. And in addition to a review on these products, I also want to talk a little bit about what to do with all of that trash. My husband and I have trying to be a little bit more aware of like how much we're throwing away, because Americans throw away a lot of shit, and we just want to lessen our contribution to that. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about how these items can be repurposed, how to tell if they're recyclable or not, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is how to tell if something's recyclable. I will put a timestamp down below if you just want to jump ahead to the products, but I just want to give a little overview first. I'm speaking mostly from a consumer perspective, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail, just basically what you need to know as a consumer. And also, I am not an expert. This is just from my own research that I've done in trying to reduce the amount of trash I produce. So on most plastic bottles, you'll see one of two symbols. The first one looks like this, and the second one looks like this. So this one is kind of a universal recycle number, and you will likely see this on most plastic bottles with or without a number inside. So without a number inside generally means that it is made out of some type of plastic that is accepted by most recycling centers universally. So if you see that symbol without a number in it, it likely can be recycled. Now if you see this symbol...
Hey guys, it's Future Carolyn here. So I wanted to pause the video here because the information I gave originally while I was filming is not entirely correct about this symbol, so I just wanted to kind of re-record the description of it. So this symbol is called the green dot symbol, and it's commonly used in the EU and several other countries. I will link the website in my sources down below. Originally I thought this meant that it can just be recycled in the EU. However, it actually only means that the company has made a financial contribution to an environmental waste reduction program. This does not mean that the product is necessarily recyclable itself. You have to check with your local center to find that out. So it can be a little bit misleading. So if you hear me talk a little bit differently about this symbol throughout the video, I called the EU symbol a few times. That is why.
What is accepted is specific to your area. I'm going to be mostly talking about the United States because that's where I live. But even within the United States, there are different regulations depending on your state or even city. So it's best to follow up with your local recycling center. You can find most of this information online and see what they accept. You should also check and see whether your local recycling center is single stream or dual stream. Single stream means you can put all of your recycling together, they'll pick it up, it gets sorted at the center. Dual stream means that you may have to sort it before it gets picked up. Anyways, moving on, if you see this symbol, the universal recycle symbol with a number in it, that's an indication of what type of plastic it is, and that'll be between 1 and 7. Some of those are commonly accepted and some of them are not. I'm just going to say the abbreviation of these names because I will probably butcher the full name if I try to do that, but I will leave all this information below. Number 1 is PETE. This is a pretty common plastic and it's picked up by most curbside recycling programs. And the second one is HDPE. The second one is HDPE. This is a little bit sturdier and it is also picked up by most recycling centers. Number 3 is vinyl, so it'll be indicated as V or PVC. This is something that's not normally picked up. There are a few places that do, so I would again check with your local recycling center, but for the most part these are not picked up. 4 is LDPE, and this is something that's becoming a little bit more accepted, so some areas do accept it, but it's still pretty uncommon, so again I would check locally. Number 5 is PP, and that is something that's becoming a lot more common to be picked up by curbside recycling. It is picked up in my area, but again, just check to see if it's picked up in yours. Number 6 is PS, which is styrofoam, which is known for being not recyclable, so yeah, can't recycle styrofoam. And then number 7 is basically everything else. Every other type of plastic is labeled number 7 pretty much, and all of these are non-recyclable. So if you see number 7, that item cannot be recycled. If you don't see a symbol with a number in it or a symbol at all, that means that it likely cannot be recycled. So anyway, after that spiel, let's jump into some products. So let's start with some hair products. First thing I want to talk about is this Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Salt Spray. This is wonderful. I have repurchased it. It's sitting in my bedroom over there. And I use this stuff all the time. It's great for adding texture to your hair or a light hold to your hair. My favorite way to use this is to put my hair in braids overnight, and then I'll spray some of this on and then take them out in the morning, and they'll be all wavy and kind of textury. And yeah, I really like this. You could repurpose this if you have maybe still a little bit left. You could definitely repurpose this with like a household cleaner or like a homemade spray or anything like that. As long as you relabel it. If you put cleaner in here, definitely relabel it so someone doesn't spray it near their face. But this bottle is also recyclable. It is made out of number 2 HDPE, which is commonly picked up, and it even has a little please recycle when empty symbol on it. So I will likely be recycling this since I don't really make my own cleaner or anything like that. So the next thing I want to talk about is this Juice Organics Repairing Shampoo. I love this stuff. I don't have it right now. As soon as what I'm using runs out, I'm probably going to pick this up. It's kind of hard to find. I got this at Ulta, and I haven't been able to find it the last couple times I've been there, but I will link their website below. But yeah, I really like this as a shampoo. I've tried the conditioner, and the conditioner I think is a little bit too heavy, but as a shampoo, it's just really nice and nourishing for your hair. It cleans it. It feels clean after you use this, but it doesn't dry it out. This is the most like nourishing shampoo that I've ever used, I think. There was no number indicator on here, but it does say please recycle with a little symbol, so I'm assuming it is made out of a recyclable material. So yes, I will be tossing this guy in the recycling. Next up is this Hempz Blushing Grapefruit and Raspberry Cream Daily Herbal Color Preserver. I can't say words. Daily Herbal Color Preserving Conditioner. So this is a natural-ish color preserving conditioner. I really like this stuff. I do think it does help keep my color from fading. I do really like this. I'm not crazy about the conditioner. It just is kind of like meh, it's a conditioner. I really like this shampoo paired with the Juice Organics conditioner. These two together, I think my hair has been better than ever. I miss this combination so much. I haven't used it in a little bit, and I think once I run out of what I'm using now, I will go pick these two up again because they are absolutely wonderful together. This guy unfortunately does not have any sort of recycling indicator on it, so I'm assuming that it cannot be recycled, which sucks, which means I have to throw it away. So what I did, you're probably wondering this whole time why it's cut like this. What I did to try to get the most out of this product, the most use, was I actually cut it open and then was able to kind of like scoop out the remainder of products. And I got, I think two or three washes just from cutting this open after it stopped, you know, squeezing product out. And this is a really good way to get the most out of your product. If it's in a squeeze tube, it is a little bit messy. You could squeeze it into or like scrape it out with a rubber spatula and put it into a different container. That would work. I just scooped it out of here to try and make the most of this product. I have one more hair care product to talk about, and this is the Hask Greek Yogurt Color Protection Conditioner. So this is kind of a cool product. You can see like inside the tube, I did the same thing with this to kind of get a little bit more out of it. In the center was like a fruit thing. I don't know. It was some sort of colored liquid, and then the outside was more of like a cream. This was really cool. So it's a cool concept. It says it's a dual action formula. Honestly, I thought this was kind of like meh. Like it was nice. It was conditioner. I don't really know if it helped preserve my color at all. I think I would have to use up like multiple bottles to really notice a difference. I didn't really notice anything, so it was affordable, and I think it's an alright conditioner. It's just nothing really like stood out to me about it. But obviously I did use it up, so it did obviously work. It's just not my favorite. It does have a recycle symbol on it. It does say please recycle, meaning it's probably made out of either one or two. Likely it's probably made out of, so I will be tossing this in the recycle. Let's move on to some skincare, shall we? So I have 3 Lush products to talk about. Before I get into the review of the products, I want to tell you about a really cool... The cat is just stepping on my... So the cat just jumped up on the table, walked across my laptop, spilled all of my tea, and knocked over like 6 of the products I was going to talk about. So that was super cool, but we're going to move on. Alright, so anyway, yes, Lush products. I have 3 to talk about today. I do think I have more in my bathroom, but we're going to stick to these 3. Lush has a really cool program where if you bring in 5 of these empty pots, any size, they will reuse them, and they'll also give you a free face mask. Okay. If you don't care about the face mask, you can still bring these in and they will reuse them, which is awesome. The only other brand I know that does something like this is Kiehl's, and they have a rewards program too if you bring back your used up products. So that is really cool. I wish more brands did that. You know, we waste so much plastic on just packaging, and it's so unnecessary. So I think it's really cool that Lush has a program like that, and also gives you a incentive as a customer to bring back your stuff because you get a free face mask. Let's jump into these products. So the first one I want to talk about is the Aqua Marina Face and Body Cleanser. And the description on this is our squishy pink cleanser inspired by mermaids. Contains calamine, aloe, and mineral-rich seaweed to soothe and calm the skin. I think that's a pretty accurate description. This is an awesome, just gentle cleanser. This is one of my favorites. I have repurchased this many times. There's one sitting in my shower right now. There have been many before this. It's just a really gentle, squishy pink cleanser. The texture can be kind of weird at first if you're not used to it, but it does work really well. You just take a little bit and kind of smish it between your fingers like this, and then rub it on your face. I like to dampen my face first before I do this. Rub it all over, rinse it off. Pretty straightforward. That's how most face washes work. But it's really nice, and it's just, yeah, it's just calming and gentle. I like to use this every other day in conjunction with a little bit of a harsher cleanser to really detox the skin, but this is wonderful for just every day. Just a nice, gentle face wash. Next thing I want to talk about is this, and this is Charity Pot, which is a freaking amazing body lotion. I absolutely love this stuff. It pretty much will heal any dry patches you have, any irritation, anything like that. It's freaking amazing. I love this stuff, but it is so expensive. I don't know the prices off the top of my head, but I will put them down below. I usually get the mini size whenever I'm in Lush just because I can't help myself. And I think this is like $13, I want to say. Maybe a little less. I will, again, list it below, but the big size is, I think, almost 40. So I don't buy it often, but when I do, I absolutely love it. And they do donate a percentage of the proceeds to a charity. I love this stuff. And just so you know, these, at least these black tins, are made out of 5 pp, which is accepted in some areas if, you don't want to make the trip back to the store. You can recycle these in some places. I live about an hour away from a Lush store, so I just kind of like save these up, and then whenever I'm headed to that area, I'll bring them with me and pick up a face mask or two, depending on how many things I have. So anyways, yes, Charity Pot, super cool. Moving on, this is a weird product. This is a shower jelly by Lush. This is 93,000 Miles is the title of this one, and this is their like cinnamony one, and it's supposed to, I'll just read it. It says this reviving jelly will work its magic on tired muscles that have run out of steam. So it's got cinnamon and other things in it that are supposed to kind of help calm your muscles down and whatnot. These are really fun. They're a really fun product. They basically look like Jello, like a little, imagine this filled with Jello, and you can scoop it out. It's like a little wiggly little friend that you can use as soap. It's just, imagine if Jello was soap, that's what these are. I think they're really fun. I don't think they're necessary. I think that if you're interested in them, you should pick one up just to try it. I do get these every once in a while, but they're not like a ride or die product for me. It's just a soap at the end of the day. So I do like them. Like, they don't leave any residue on the skin, which is nice. Like, they are nice, but they're a little gimmicky. But mostly just, they're lots of fun. These are really cool, like if you have kids and you have a hard time getting them to like wash their hands and stuff, this might be something cool to try out, but they are kind of expensive for just basically soap. But I do recommend trying one at some point if you're able to, because they are a lot of fun. Okay, so next up I have 2 empty containers. I think I have one and I did anything over there too. The Botanics Hydration Burst Hydrating Day Cream. I actually talked about this in my first ever video, which was a summer favorites. This is really, really nice. It's super lightweight, super hydrating. I love this stuff. I've repurchased it many times. It's really, really great under makeup just to give a light hydrating feel. I actually don't have this right now. I'm trying out a different one on their line, but I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like with all the stickers still on it. The hydration one is blue, but both of these I've already peeled off the sticker. But it looks pretty much the same, they're just blue. So these do have a EU recycling symbol on them. I can't recycle these where I live, at least. But I do try to repurpose them, and they are just, at the end of the day, just little white jars. The stickers are really easy to peel off. It even says peel here, so it's easy to take those off, relabel them, do whatever you want with them. I use these if I want to basically transfer a product to either a smaller container or a more accessible container. Like if I do the thing where I cut like the squeezy tubes, sometimes I'll put them in these pots to use up the rest. You can also use these to hold like jewelry or just like small little knickknacks. You could probably even put like bobby pins or clips in here, or like cotton balls even. So there are a lot of ways to repurpose these, even though they cannot be recycled in the US. Next up, I have 2 Urban Decay sprays. I got these in a travel set. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and the Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydrocharge Complexion Prep Priming Spray. So the Urban Decay All Nighter, I mean, I love this stuff. I will forever repurchase it because it's just wonderful. There is nothing like it that I've tried, at least, that sets your makeup and makes it last all day. I think it works with a variety of different skin types. I have kind of normal to dry skin, and it doesn't dry out my skin unless I use like a ton of it, but it does make my makeup last all day. I usually use this in conjunction with a more hydrating or like dewy spray to give that feel, and then use this to just make it last. I did use this in conjunction with the Quick Fix Prep Spray for a while, and I did like that combination. So yeah, I already have repurchased it. It's in my room right now, and I'm using it. This used to be in like a white bottle, and I think they slightly changed the formula as well as the packaging, because now it smells like pickles. Like, it legitimately smells like pickles. I think they were going for like a cucumber scent, but it smells like pickles. So that's kind of nasty, but it dissipates pretty quickly, so you can't smell it throughout the day or anything like that. So I don't mind it. I still love the formula and love how it performs. So these bottles, they do have a number on the bottom, but I don't think it is a recycle number, so these can't be recycled, at least to the best of my knowledge. But spray bottles are pretty easy to find a repurpose for, especially ones that are this small. You can put like even like hairsprays or other setting sprays that are in larger bottles to take with you when you travel. You could wash this really well and use it for perfume. One thing I like to do with these spray bottles is put a little bit of tea tree oil and some water, and then I'll use it as kind of a natural disinfectant spray on things like decorative pillows and things like that, or like stuffed animals, things that you don't really want to have to wash on a regular basis because they're kind of a pain to wash, but you still just want like a little bit of disinfectant here and there. I'll do that. You can use this to water your succulents if you're able to keep them alive, like I am not. There's a lot of different ways you can repurpose your spray bottles. I think next time I will be buying the full size though, so it'll last a little bit longer. So as far as the Quick Fix spray goes, I really like this. I don't know if I'd repurchase it just because I have things in my collection that kind of do the same thing for cheaper. The NYX Dewy Setting Spray meets all of my needs, and that one's a little bit cheaper. I did really like this. I used it under and over my makeup. I'm not sure if I really did a whole lot under my makeup, but it was kind of nice and refreshing to spray this on. This one does not smell like pickles, so that's really good. I can't remember actually if this has a scent. Oh, it does. It kind of smells like almost sweet. It smells kind of like a hair product, if you can imagine what that smells like. You can spray this over your makeup and it will kind of help to sink all of the powders into your skin, but this doesn't give you a dewy finish. This is still going to be fairly matte, which is nice if you want, you know, the help with sinking those powders in, but you still want a matte finish. This could be a really cool product for you. For me, I like something dewy, and anyways, I like a dewy finish, so like my NYX Dewy Setting Spray is perfect for me because I wanted to both give me glow and sink those powders in. So I don't know if I will be repurchasing this, but I do think it is a good product. And again, this is not recyclable, but it can be reused. I want to talk about another body product before I move into some more makeup skincare stuff. This is the Natural Riches Tea Tree Oil Body Wash. It's supposed to be antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-body odor, and it says it's soothing for dry and itchy skin. Anyways, this is supposed to be soothing for dry and itchy skin. I really like this. You get this off of Amazon. The last time I checked, it was around $14, but it does kind of fluctuate because Amazon. But this is a really cool product. This just makes you feel clean. It's a really cool body wash, and for me, I don't really want something that's scented, something that's really creamy. I just want something that's going to get me clean and not totally dry out my skin, and this does that. It also, I find, helps with like body acne. Like, I sometimes get a little bit of acne like on my back, and I found that this did help with that a little bit. and it also just didn't dry out my skin. You definitely still have to use a moisturizer afterwards, but I would do that with any sort of body wash type product. But yeah, I really enjoy this. You could probably find a use for this, but it's just so big, and it's like a little, like, you know, one of those pop type of lids. So I don't really have anything that I can personally reuse it for, but it is made out of HDPE, meaning that it is recyclable, so I will be popping this in the recycling. Okay, next up is a body lotion. I can't for the life of me get the cap back on this, so here we are. This is the Kind Natured with Moisturizing Coconut and Monoi? I think it's Monoi. I'm probably saying that wrong, but Monoi body lotion for normal / dry skin. This is nice. I really like this. It did feel hydrating. It's unscented, which is awesome. I can't really use scented lotions everywhere because it just irritates my skin. I don't know what it is, but my skin just like does not agree with fragrance in body lotion, so I always have to get unscented. And this is really nice, and it also doesn't smell weird. Like some unscented lotions smell kind of weird. This one doesn't. I got it at Marshall's for $5, and it looks like it's also $5 on their website. They're all natural ingredients. I don't know if I'll be repurchasing this just because it was kind of hard to find, and I actually found another body lotion that is less expensive. Well, like per ounce, it's less expensive per ounce, and that's something that I really like and is more accessible. That's the Botanics body lotion. I don't think I will be repurchasing this just because I found something that I like better, but it is a nice product. If you happen to come upon this, it is, I think, worth picking up and trying out. And it does have a little recycle symbol, so I am going to pop this in recycling. Next up, I have two kind of skincare products. This one does come with a dropper. I'm just using it for something else right now. And these are both vitamin C and hyaluronic acid serums. This one is the Mabel and Meg Lume Elixir Serum, and this is the Mad Hippie Advanced Skincare Vitamin C Serum. These are both really nice. I think they pretty much do the same thing, and the Mad Hippie one is a lot more affordable. Hyaluronic acid is really, really great for hydrating your skin and getting rid of blemishes. Vitamin C, again, is really good for hydration, and it's also really good for reducing redness. And that was the big difference I noticed when using these products, is the redness in my skin went down a lot. I don't have like hyperpigmentation or anything. I just kind of have some redness here and there. But I found this really helped with that, and it made my skin really smooth. So I do think it's worth picking up a vitamin C or hyaluronic acid serum. However, if you're able to find it, I would go with the Mad Hippie. This is 30 milliliters or 1.02 fluid ounces. Lume Elixir Serum is only 0.68 fluid ounces or 20 milliliters. Lume Elixir Serum is almost $50 with shipping, and then this one is only 30, and I picked this up in store at a local store called Central Market. I do think they have this in other stores. It is made in Austin, Texas, so you will probably be able to find this at your local market type store or online as well. But you get so much more in here for a cheaper price, and it does the exact same thing. So if you can find it, I would go with this one. I know there are other serums like that on the market too, so you can probably find something similar. You don't necessarily have to get the Mabel and Meg's one, although this one is nice as well. These are both glass bottles. A good way to tell if something is glass or just a hard plastic is if you scratch it with a knife. If it scratches, that means it's plastic. If it doesn't scratch, that means it is real glass. Since they're both glass, they can be recycled. However, this part, the eyedropper part, cannot because it's got a rubber tip. However, it is pretty easy to find another use for this. You can use this with other toners that maybe don't have a very accessible type of packaging. I have one that's just like in a bottle, and if you try to pour it out by itself, it's just a mess. I think it is meant to pour on like a pad and then put it on, but I like to just use a dropper. You could use this as with any sort of mixing medium or oil. You can use this again to water your succulents. There's lots of different uses, so I like to have a few of these on hand, so I'm going to hang on to this for those types of things, and then pop these in the recycle. Okay, next up is another kind of skincare product. This is the Tarte Maracuja Oil, and I really like this. I think it, you know, performs like any other oil, really, but I really liked using this under the eyes. It doesn't have a scent to it, which is nice, and I do like the packaging. It's got this little cool wooden dropper. However, this is plastic, meaning it can't be recycled, but I am going to try to find another use for this. These types of things, you could put any other oil or toner in, so I'm going to try to find something to put in here to reuse it. But yeah, I did really like this. I don't think you need to go out and buy this. I think that you can find pure Maracuja oil that's not Tarte elsewhere. I think any other sort of oil will work. I, again, like putting this under the eyes, and it helps sort of like smooth everything out to make sure the concealer doesn't stick down too harshly. I enjoyed this. I don't think I will be picking it up again because any oil can really work for that purpose. Okay, let's move on into some more makeup-y products. Next, I have 3 of the NYX Micro Brow Pencils. I know I've probably gone through more of these. This is my like ride or die brow pencil. It's pretty much an exact dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, although this is a bit more affordable. It's still kind of getting up there in price. I think it's almost $10 now, but I really, really do like these. They have a nice, well, these are empty, so you won't be able to tell, but they have a really, really precise, fine tip, which makes it really super easy to do your brows. It's easy to get a natural looking brow, and I absolutely love these. I've been trying to use less brow pencils just because I go through them so quickly, but I do really, really enjoy these. These cannot be recycled or anything because it's a retractable tube. However, there is a foundation that you can donate your spoolies to, and these do come with a spoolie on the end. You can donate your spoolies and they use them to remove parasites from rescued wildlife. The name of the foundation is Wands for Wildlife. It's a really, really cool program. You can donate any spoolie or your old mascara wands, things like that, and they will repurpose them and use them on wildlife. And I will have a link below, and you can go to their website and get the address and stuff on where to send them. And yeah, that's a really cool program, and it's a great way to repurpose things like these that can't be recycled. I really like the product, and that is what I plan on doing with these. So I have another brow type product. This is the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. Oh, I love this stuff so much. This will hold your brows forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So if you really like that fluffy brow look, this is awesome. It's only a couple bucks, and it'll keep your hairs in place all day. It can kind of give that, like, not crunchy, but like almost like really stiff feeling to your brows. It doesn't look like that, like it doesn't look cakey or anything on your brows, but it does kind of have that feeling. So if you don't like that, then maybe pass on this. But if you like a brow gel with a really strong hold, I highly recommend that you pick this up. The downside is, though, I go through these so quickly, which sucks. So again, you can donate the spoolie part to the Wands for Wildlife. However, these ends are just some type of hard plastic. I'm not sure what, and they don't have a recycle symbol on them, so they do need to be thrown away, which sucks. I want to try the like bar of soap method that people have been doing. Or another way you could do it is just spray some hairspray on a spoolie and do it that way. That also works just fine. But I do really like this. For reference, this is what it looks like after it's been cleaned off. I just clean these off with like Dawn dish soap. That works really well. Gets them nice and clean. I think I am going to hold on to this one and maybe the other one I have here too, because I do like having some extra spoolies on hand. You know, and ones that I don't really care about ruining for, like, if I'm doing any like FX stuff or using any sort of like really colorful product or anything like that. I do like having a few of these on hand. If you're a working artist, you could wash and sanitize these and use these for clients instead of just using the disposable ones. Then you kind of have like two sides here. This one is more like a rounded traditional spoolie, and this one is kind of square and flat on the end. So yeah, I really enjoy this product, and I do plan on reusing these, and the ones I don't reuse I will donate to Wands for Wildlife. And unfortunately, I do have to throw these in the garbage. So next up, I have a face powder to talk about. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Oh, I love this stuff so much. This is probably my favorite setting powder of all time, but it's so expensive. This is the travel size. They do have a bigger size, and that one I believe is kind of more for your money. This one I think is $23. That one's $38. But you do get a lot more product in that one. Anyways, I do highly recommend it though. It's a really good product. It just sets your makeup so beautifully, gives your skin like this flawless finish. It never looks cakey. It's just absolutely beautiful. I actually repurchased this specifically to wear on my wedding day. So yeah, I highly recommend it. The hype is real. It's a great product. I wish I had kept the sifter for this, because like right now I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder, and the container is so big. I wanted something smaller to put in, so when I travel I could take it with me easily. So I wish I had the forethought and kept the sifter for this, but I can still repurpose this pretty much for anything that I would repurpose the Botanics for. This is also clear, so it's cool if you want to put stuff in here that you want to see. This container unfortunately cannot be recycled in the US. I highly recommend this product, and you can repurpose the container easily. Okay, so next up is another face powder. This is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Warm Light. This was alright. I think it's a good starter if you're just looking for some sort of powder just to set all over your face. It does look nice on the skin. It doesn't really look cakey or anything. Surprisingly, the only concealer I didn't like this with under the eyes was the Photofocus concealer. So you think that they would work well together, but they don't. It just, I don't know, it looks really cakey when I combine them two. But I do like this with other concealers, and I like it all over the face. It's nice. It's not, I don't think it's anything special, but like it is a nice setting powder if you're looking for one that's really inexpensive. This is pretty cheap. I think it's around $5. So it's alright. And I think there's just nothing too crazy special about it. This compact too is not recyclable. And it's really hard. I don't know, I'm not a fan of pressed powders. I'm learning that about myself. I much prefer loose powders. You can really suck up all the product with these. It's kind of hard to, like, there's still some around the edge, but getting a brush in there or getting a sponge is kind of difficult. The one thing I could see you repurposing this for would be like if you're depotting something and you want to put it in an individual compact. I could see you repurposing for that, but it would be kind of a pain to get all this out there. So unfortunately, I do have to toss this in the trash, but I don't think I'll be picking this up again. Next up is the Hey Honey Good Morning Silk Honey Silk Facial Serum. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and it's really nice. It's really nice and hydrating. I quite like it. This is just a little sample size. And again, I cut it to get all of the product out. I really like this. It smells nice. It's just a nice kind of hydrating primer type feel. This doesn't have a recycle number on it, so I'm assuming it can't be recycled, unfortunately, so I'll have to throw this away. I know the full size packaging is different, so I'm not sure about that. So if you want to pick up the full size, it might be able to be recycled or repurposed. I'm not quite sure about that. I did enjoy the product. I don't think I'll pick it up just because I think the full size is around $40 something, and I just have hydrating primers in my collection that I like more. So I just don't think it's necessary for me to pick this up, but I do enjoy it. I don't think that you will be disappointed if you decide to purchase it. Okay, next up we have the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I love this stuff. It's awesome. It makes your shadow last all day. It's really, really nice. And fun story, this is like the one product that like got me into makeup. A friend bought this for me, and then I started looking into more of their products and other products and started buying a whole bunch of crap, and here we are today. So this primer holds a special place in my heart. It is really, really just kind of a staple, I think, in the makeup world. I don't think you'll be disappointed if you buy this. This is the original one. Right now I'm using the one in Eden, I believe. That one has some pigment to it. This one doesn't really have very much pigment. It's kind of translucent all over the lid. This container, unfortunately, is not recyclable. However, they do last a really long time. This one I've had for like 3 years, and I finally decided to get rid of it because I do think it's finally starting to go bad. The shelf life does say 6 months, but I think it will last you at least a year, if not more. So there is a little bit of product I could probably still squeeze out of here, but it's just so old at this point that it's probably time to throw it away. But yeah, I really enjoy this product, although the packaging is not reusable or recyclable. It does last a really long time, so there is that as an upside. Next up is a mascara. This is the Tarteist Lash Paint Mascara. This is nice. It's nice. It's really super lengthening. If you like a lot of length to your lashes, then I would recommend this to you. What I really liked it for was the lower lash line. It was really easy to get those like spidery type of lower lash line lashes with this. I really liked it for that. I like it for the upper lashes too. However, it just didn't give a whole lot of volume or curl. Like, it didn't not, but it wasn't crazy out of this world. You know what I'm saying? So if you like length, I do recommend this. It's great to use with falsies and stuff like that. I do like the wand on this. It's really easy to get all of those clumps out. It's a rubber wand, so I do like that. However, I don't think I'll be repurchasing it because I have completely fallen in love with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I know that's so, it's so common, but it's just so good. I love it so much. But this one is easier to use if you're a beginner. It's that one, like, the wand is so fat that it's kind of easy to get everywhere. This one is pretty simple, pretty straightforward to use, and I do like the packaging. It's really cute. So this is a nice mascara. However, I don't think I will personally be repurchasing it. The tube part of this cannot be recycled, so I do have to throw that away, unfortunately. However, the top I will be washing with some Dawn dish soap and donating to Wands for Wildlife. Next up is another brow gel. The label has completely worn off of this. That's how long I've had it. But this is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which clearly isn't clear anymore because I got all of my brow product in it. This is nice. I wouldn't say the hold is too crazy out of this world. It gives some hold, but not a whole lot. This doesn't make your brows feel crunchy though, like the e.l.f. one can, so if you don't like that, then you might like this. But I don't know, I just kind of think it's a meh. I don't think that you'll be like crazy disappointed if you buy this, but I also don't think you're going to be super wowed. Like, clearly I used it up, so it works fine, but it's just, I don't know, nothing special. The bottom, I don't even know what kind of material this is, but I do not see any recycle symbol, so I'm assuming it has to be thrown away, which I'm finding is pretty common for products like this. However, again, the spoolie I will be donating to Wands for Wildlife. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're done. Oh my goodness. And it was a whole lot of products because I've just been wanting to do this video for a while and just haven't gotten around to it until now. So yeah, those are all of my empties. I'm really happy to be getting rid of some of this crap now. Okay, so to just kind of give you guys an overview, sorry, it's kind of messy over here, but I separated them out into piles. So over here I have spoolies that I'm donating to Wands for Wildlife, Lush containers that I'm going to hang on to until I find a Lush store. These are all things that I will be reusing for something. Down here on the floor, these are the products that I will be throwing in the recycling. And then over here is all of the products that I had to throw away. As you can see, these piles are pretty much the same. I would like to reduce this pile in the future, but not too shabby. And again, the repurpose pile is about the same as well. And then these two are kind of in their own special category. But yeah, that's just kind of an overview of what I got going on. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you liked learning a little bit about what I do with my trash. Maybe it gave you some ideas to just be a little bit more aware of how much we're throwing away. And also just, I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these products. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all again soon.